Hello Explorers, and welcome to the Summit Metro Parks Backyard Explorer Series. My name is Becca.
And my name's Woody.
And I'm Dave.
And we love birds. In this series, we're going to talk about two things. In the first video, we'll talk about how to attract birds to your backyard, and in the second video, we'll show you how to make a simple bird feeder, and then how to create a bird journal. Let's get started.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hello, my name is Becca. Welcome to my home in Stowe, Ohio. As part of our Backyard Explorer series, today, me and fellow naturalists Woody and Dave are going to show you how we make our yards bird friendly. So let's take a look around and get started. One thing I do to keep my yard bird friendly is I have these bird feeders, but most importantly, they're outside this window, and I like to keep my cats inside. This is George. Keeping cats inside ensures that all the wildlife in your yard stays safe, like birds, chipmunks, mice, all those things. And unfortunately, when you leave your cat outside, they can do more harm than good. Another thing we do in our yard is provide nesting sites for birds, like this wren box here. You can find instructions for this wren box in the downloadable Backyard Explorers materials online. Watch this clip of a wren using this box. Wow, what an exciting clip. Don't be surprised if other birds use this box. There are a lot of birds that really want to use this as a nesting site. Next, I'll show you my favorite part of the yard, my native plants. The main thing that I do in my yard to keep it bird friendly is I plant all these native plants. Wildflowers, like this blue indigo, shrubs, like Ninebark or spice bush, and trees like oaks and maples are all important to birds and other wildlife. Why, you ask? Well, what's your favorite food? Is it pizza? Because that's mine. But imagine if pizza grew on trees. What? On trees? Well, a caterpillar's favorite food are oak leaves. And there's nothing more important than planting an oak tree. Over 500 species of caterpillar, their favorite food are oak leaves. So by planting just one tree, you can support a whole community of wildlife right in your yard. Thank you guys for stopping by, and remember, just get started. You don't have to do all of this stuff to make your yard bird friendly. Just start with one little thing and build from there. Next, we're gonna go to Woody's house, and he's gonna share his take on making his yard bird friendly.
Hi everybody, my name's Woody. Welcome to my house. I'd love to take you into my backyard and show you a couple ways my family attracts birds. Follow me. Since the Ohio stay-at-home order was issued, birding has become quite the hobby at my house. We have our binoculars by the window and our field guide ready too, just in case someone special flies in. I notice more and more of my family turning their heads as they see birds come to the feeder. That's very exciting. Today though, I'm going to show you two different techniques we use to attract birds to our backyards. Two different styles of feeders. And one little trick I learned this year while I continued my birding experience. So the first feeder I'd like to show you is the classic tube style feeder. Now I enjoy these feeders because you can put a seed mixture in there. So our seed blend or seed mix contains sunflower seeds, cracked corn, safflower seeds, and millet. And why I enjoy this so much is because one feeder can bring you a variety of different birds. I've seen birds of all different shapes and sizes come to this feeder. Birds like sparrows and finches, all the way up to blue jays and red-bellied woodpeckers show up here. You never know who you're going to see next. So the second type of feeder I'd like to share with you is the suet feeder. Now suet, or suet cakes, are made up of beef fat or some kind of substitute and mixed with other ingredients such as peanuts, fresh fruit, or different kinds of insects. Some birds you might see show up to your suet feeder are chickadees, nuthatches, in pretty much any type of woodpecker. One important thing that a suet feeder brings is in the winter, suet feeders provide that extra energy and a high energy food source for birds who are struggling trying to survive in the cold weather. What started out for one feeder for my family turned into 4, and I want to show you our number 5. One thing I learned this year was if you cut up an orange, cut it in half, and stick it on the edge of your bird feeders or your bird hangers or anywhere around your feeder, you'll attract a beautiful bird in the spring. Can you guess what kind of bird that is? Well, if the orange didn't give it away, that's right, it's a Baltimore Oriole. They're seen mostly in the spring, but stick around all summer. Check out this video of an Oriole feeding on an orange in our own backyard. Wow, that was a really cool clip. So now that I've shown you a couple ways my family attracts birds to our backyard, I encourage you to do the same for you or your family. You don't have to do all this at once. If you do just one thing to attract birds, you'd be surprised who comes and shows up. Seriously, you never know who will show up at your feeders. Oh wow, you're still here? Well, thank you for checking out our backyard and how we attract birds. And thanks to these hens, they're so beautiful. Next, we'd like to check out Dave's backyard to see what he's doing to attract birds. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hello, I'm Dave. Thanks for coming to my home in West Akron. As you can tell from being at Becca and Woody's house, backyard birding can be a great activity for both you and the entire family. I mean, there are a lot of different ways you can attract birds to your yard. So today I'm going to show you around my house and also give you a couple of additional ideas of things that you can do to make your yard more bird friendly. Come on, join me. I wanted to make a quick stop in my backyard and show you my latest feeder here. This is actually called a squirrel-proof feeder. Birds land here, they're very light, they can get the food easily. A squirrel, he lands, it pulls it down, closes off the food. You need to know that not only birds come to eat your birdseed, but also other wildlife. And squirrels are one thing that seem to follow me everywhere. I just don't understand it. They're the first ones out when I put out seed. But I don't have the problem that one of our other naturalists had. He had a bear. Can you believe it? A bear came to his feeders and actually broke some of those. I know for one thing for sure, I'll not have to worry about seeing a bear around here. I'll tell you what, let's take a look at how we can make a water drip to provide water for our birds. Well, we've talked about food. Now I want to talk to you about how to provide water, and then we're going to take a look at how to provide shelter. So I have here an old milk carton, rinsed it out, and what I have in my hand here is a push pin. I'm going to push and make a hole in the bottom of this, and you can see that it's going to begin to drip. Once your water is in there and you have it hanging, if you don't have a shepherd's hook like I have, simply take a piece of twine, you can hang it from a branch, and you got it. You've got water for your birds. Hey, that kind of makes me thirsty. I think I'll have a drink myself. Hey, here's our last essential thing that birds need. Some type of protection or shelter. So what I've done here is I've made what's called a brush pile. And I've taken some larger little pieces of logs here and some smaller. And I started with the base and I build my way up. So listen, if you're bored, go out, collect sticks, find a place, and you can build a little brush pile and you'll help protect birds from predators. Well, thanks for joining me in my backyard. And I want you to remember one thing though. You don't need all these different feeders, all the different setups that we have. We've added these over the years. All you need to do to get started is what you have in your backyard right now. Then you can add little things at a time. You can add something like the water drip, or you can add a oh my goodness! There's a Cooper's hawk that just came into our brush pile. We just saved the life of a bird.
Thank you guys for stopping by. Again, my name's Becca.
And my name's Woody.
And I'm Dave.
And we love birds. Stay safe, be well, and enjoy being at home in nature with Summit Metro Parks.
We can't wait to see what's in your backyard.
And let us know what you find.
Let's go explore.